What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 54 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Kroq-Gar campaign. So as we saw last time, Pyroxy sieged and took Castle Drakenhof, pretty much breaking Sylvania as they are down to one settlement and completely surrounded by enemies that they are at war with. I don't even know whether we'll be needing to be taking Castle Templehof for these guys, as maybe they can do it without us, but I suppose we shall see. Just out of curiosity, who is Draca currently at war with? Pretty much everybody around her doesn't like her very much, which is unfortunate, because we may have to stop by and destroy her faction. But we do still want to head towards Archaon, though fighting Archaon's forces with Pyroxy is also going to be something of a difficulty due to their once again reliance on more monstrous units than we would perhaps like to deal with. All those single entities are going to be hard, but hey, Pyroxy's been having a fun time at dishing out damage to enemies that they may not in fact be very well positioned to be fighting. Anyway, in addition to that, Koal did take out Morgur the Shadow Gave, and only Magritta remains, so we should be able to destroy the faction next turn, as well as Bordelot, so hopefully next turn both factions will fall. So, in that light, skip, outpost upgrade available, just skip it for now, and let's just end the turn and then head towards whatever other thing we need to do. Ooh, wait. Not delete, but Tech Thieves. Tech Thieves need to go with even. Let's go to Chakwa here, try not to die, please. What are we at in terms of thievery on you? Nothing. Alright, so we clearly need a lot more Tech Thieves, and you're gonna be a failure. Well, that's why we're researching this thing, because the Tech Thieves ain't doing much for us so far. You, at least, have gotten a few successful Tech Thieveries. And there we go, another successful Tech Thievery, so good job to you. And we have a bunch of... Okay, no, that's fine. We'll ignore these guys for now. Talashbog doesn't need to move, and I believe nobody else at the current time needs to or wants to move. We do still have to watch out for Mazdamundi potentially getting attacked, but we do have some units being recruited right now. If push comes to shove, we can get him the Blessed Carno here, at least temporarily, because we'll probably be starting our Dino army around here soon, as we do expect most of these territories to fall, at least while it's only Mazdamundi out here, without a proper stack. Though, we could get him both Geltblom's Terror and the Blessed Carno temporarily, which would give him enough of a viable army, I think, in order to actually fight stuff. Well, he could do so next turn once he has magic as well as other stuff. Also, I forget, does he actually have access to Ruination of Cities right now? Yeah, he does. At least there's that, even if his points are still screwy. And yeah, I once again gotta look into the reacquirement of those points. Anyway, let's end the turn, let's see if we get attacked anywhere, and if we don't, let's take out a few factions and continue our conquest of Lustria. Zhao Ming, you are in trouble, my friend, but you still live. You want us to join war against Puppets of Misrule? We probably will, but rather than joining it, we will instead directly attack it so that we draw all of our military allies into such combat. And Blessed Dread is indeed going to attack Kroq-Gar, which is perfectly fine, though we do have to watch out for taking too much damage here. The problem is that we have the Pox Plague, which means as soon as this turn is over, this army will start taking attrition damage. And if something like the Bastille with Reviv Crystal gets too badly damaged, they will die to the 2 turns of attrition we have remaining, presuming that we don't get the Plague again. Either way, this looks like a very, very nice battle, so we're obviously going to take it. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. I am very excited about this particular battle. Between the various stacks that the enemy has brought, they have basically a full stack of Shades and half a stack of Doomfire Warlocks, without even considering other cav like the Dark Riders with Repeater Cross. crossbows. In short, a lot of very decent units for us to contend with, and us with the plague on us, so we do still have to be quite careful. Though on the bright side, because of the sheer number of shades and the sheer number of Doomfire Warlocks that the enemy has, I do think that this is the perfect opportunity for us to make good use of our Horned ones, who have not yet had a lot of good chances to play, but hopefully this is going to be the one. They're going to head right out there, and we are going to find some shades. Here we go. The Carnosaurs are obviously going to lead, and while they move together, they are going to separate into separate blobs, just so that they can find shades and essentially lock them into combat, preventing them from firing on us in range. Otherwise, we're going to pop a chain lightning, which I still think of as ball lightning, and we'll probably always think of as ball lightning, on a few units of shades from one direction, and then going to use other spells from the other, just to annoy the enemy enough, while we kill off this one isolated unit of shades and then head out into the rest right after. It looks like our beam is going to be missing them just a little bit. The shades keep running, but as long as they're running away from us, they are not firing on us. So that is, I think, still worth our time to do. They have to either back off and into this warp lightning, into this chain lightning, or wait until they get surrounded by the units of Horned ones. And it looks like the chain lightning is doing quite a lot of work there, and there we go, it is done, which means our Horned ones and our cav now head directly for the rest of those shades. Perfect. Alrighty, this army was always going to be designed at least partially around Cav, so I'm very glad that we finally, after quite some time, have some. And there we go, Doomfire Warlocks versus Horned ones. I do imagine this is very much in our favor, though as I recall, Doomfire Warlocks do have quite a lot of physical resistance, don't they? Let's see. Yeah, 40%, quite a bit, but look at the stats on these Horned ones. Wait, this is a harmonic convergence stats. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't look right. Regular Horned one. 55-43 versus the Doomfire Warlocks, who are 40-29. Yeah, definitely a stat disparity between the two, plus it's a lot more difficult to kill the relatively low model count Horned ones, and they have splash attacks as well. Anyway, the rest of the Horned ones have moved in towards the enemy lines here, just to tie up all of those units of Reaper Bolt Throwers and Doomfire Warlocks and whatever else they can. Our much more slow-moving Saurus are very slowly advancing, together with Kroq-Gar overseeing it, and obviously with Lord Kroak helping out as well. Looks like Shades with Great Swords are off fighting some spear-wielding Saurus on the flanks here. But the Saurus will kill them over time, because our Saurus are frankly pretty ridiculous at this point. Let's see. 52-44, they could still use a little bit more armor, and they will definitely get it over time as we continue to buff them, but they have 92 weapon strength compared to the 57 of those Shades, and because those Shades are relatively low in armor as well, this is certainly a very solid matchup. And here comes Lord Kroak to continue to supervise. Otherwise, more enemy units are moving onto the field, but the Horned ones have by and large taken care of all those enemy range units, and those units of Cav that remained here are backing off as well. Alrighty, but I see the, not bullet rain, but quarrel rain coming in as more and more Shades enter the fray, and we will have to watch out for that, as they will be quite dangerous. The enemy Lord has fallen to Kroq-Gar, but the enemy has a Charybdis and a War Hydra moving onto the field, and supported by a dozen units, or a half a dozen. Looks like 8-ish units, 9 maybe, whatever. Lots of Shades, basically. And then we got more from this side as well, some Helldrakes and more Doomfire Warlocks and other artillery pieces as well, so the battle is hardly over. Hey there, Helldrakes. Have not seen you guys around yet. But it'll be some time before you get to join the fray. We do have to watch out a little bit as the Doomfire Warlocks continue dropping their spells upon us, and the Shades are, I believe, now trying to all focus down the Pradat and Tedoecho as well. Looks like they're going to go after our single entities, which as well they should, because the single entities are making mincemeat of all of their infantry. I'm going to pop that the Supreme Shield of the Old Ones in the meantime, and then have our Carnosaurs start dueling with the enemy Hydra and the enemy Charybdis. Alright, very nice, but we should probably give this portion of the battle to the Carnosaurs, as I don't see the Hydra or the Charybdis standing much of a chance there. In fact, let's just double check. Looks like the Hydra is running and the Charybdis is just about dead. Another Chain Lightning comes in, and we've been getting a lot of value out of the Chain Lightnings in this particular battle so far. Teto Echo is up to 180 kills. 46 point, or nearly 47k damage, very respectable, considering he achieved it all with chain lightnings. Vortex spells being relatively unreliable and all that. While all this is happening, our Horned Ones are once again heading into the fray, running around the various shades to prevent them from getting off the field even as they're charged. The third enemy stack is also moving on to the field at the same time and is counter-charging us, but it looks like we've taken care of the first enemy army, and the second one is pretty much in shambles as the cavalry keeps them from moving. The dinos help out, and then the Saurus tie them up and kill them. Alrighty, the combined arms of the various types that we've got going on now working fairly well. I do miss the Fire Leech Bolas a little bit in this army, but I do think the Horned Ones, especially in field battles, are pretty fantastic, especially with the devastating flanker that we have them buffed with. Alrighty, looks like the Helldrakes are shaken, the Lord is dead, and the balance of power is moving very much to our favor. Really just the third army left to destroy now, and I don't imagine it'll last for too much longer either. Unfortunately, Teto Echo did get quite badly beat up, and is now down to about 25% HP due to focus fire from those shades, though we will be keeping the Basti with Reviv Crystal near him, so that hopefully we can heal him up. Looks like we found the other enemy lord here with one of our Carnosaurs, or with Kroq-Gar himself rather, and he's going to try to kill the enemy lord as well as these Scourge Runner chariots. And you can't spell Scourge Runner without Runner, because they will have to run away from all this as the rest of our units head up that hill and towards the rest of the enemy. Now that they don't have too many more shades to be chasing down, though they do continue getting the rest of them, as obviously we do want to kill as many of them as we can, as the enemy did attack us and will thus not be destroyed. Though they will lose as the battle will end and the rest of the enemy army will shatter. Very, very nice. Alrighty, pretty epic battle. That was a lot of units and a lot of elites at that. Our cavalry did a fantastic job essentially getting around the first of the enemy, looping around, hit them in the flank and in the back, and then the same thing to the second army. Didn't get too much use of them on the third army, but the third army was the dregs compared to the first and the second, and Kroq and his forward or faster moving, I suppose, dinos took care of them before the Saurus needed to intervene. Otherwise, the Saurus, by virtue of their relative lack of speed, didn't really get all that damage, and by and large maintain close to full HP, with the one exception of this one unit, though, 20 units lost, not so bad. And we should be able to kill and eat and heal up over the after the battle. Anyway, let's see how many of the enemies did get destroyed. We do still continue to chase down as many of them as we can with our Spear Riders and our Horned Ones, and I'm excited to see how much damage that the various cavalry units did manage to pull off in this battle. They were certainly running through the enemy ranks of shades without much stopping them, so I do think that they probably did well, probably better than most other things, but let's find out for sure. A close victory for us, but really not all that much damage, I think. Ooh, alrighty. You know, I gotta say, that might have been one of the more fun battles, or most fun battles, I should say, that we've had in the campaign so far. I very much enjoyed that one, and on top of that, we really got some great mileage out of our Horned Ones. 20k damage on that particular unit, very much beating the Saurus and everybody but Teto Echo, by the looks of it. Well, and I guess a couple of, well, Kroq and the Carnosaurs, but still, matching attacking the Carnosaurs pretty darn decent. And I'm very happy about it because we've been waiting for the Horned ones to do their thing, and we've had them added to this army now for a reason. And clearly they just outmatch the Doomfire Warlocks in straight-up combat just horrendously for the latter. Anyway, we're gonna kill and eat because, well, we are in dangerous territory in the form of the Plague where we are. Though I don't imagine the remnants of those armies are going to attack again, and no, it doesn't look like they are, which is swell. And just swell. Well, let's see if anybody else is gonna try anything. Alright, doesn't look like anybody's gonna attack. Portal. Oh, right, you want peace. You asked us this last time, did you not? I feel like you did, but either way, we're not going to peace out with you, my friend. You are about to die. Marius Lightdorf, we don't care about your defensive alliance right now, mostly because we don't want to piss off the Wood Elves. Just leave them alone. Alright, ally begins outpost construction. Kroq-Gar leadership when fighting against Dark Elves. Sure, why not? Enemy killed in battle. Faction destroyed. Dissenter Lords of Jin Shen. Cult of Sigmar mission aborted. I don't know who would mission. Oh, was to kill some Cult of Pleasure guy. Alright, that's fine. And, where did Marathi go? Did she retreat to somewhere? I don't know. Carrick Krakatan has got itself a plague. Grit in the scale. Oh. Which kind of plague is this? Okay, it's not a patrician plague, at least. And we can take the Great Hall of Greasus with this lore, though I'm a little bit concerned about doing this. Well, Helmut Gorst is too far away, but more importantly, what do we have here? Okay, first of all, yes, the plague. The plague, unfortunately, means that every single battle here has to be... Oh, wow. I have more... Yeah, so the plague means that every single battle out here has to be fought manually. We cannot risk auto-resolve now, which is going to be a little bit of an annoyance, just clearing all these battles out, but once again, what can you do? I am very curious to see what, if anything, interesting has happened here. Morgur revives next turn immediately, but that's fine by us, because Tic Tac can take the place and get his defeat trait as well. No plagues here, oh. Is this worth fighting? I guess the question is if there's anybody nearby. You know what? Just in case we're gonna land you right here. What the heck are you doing, game? It really... Wow. I could barely control it when I tried to tell this unit where to go. It's kind of bizarre. Also, you're supposed to go on the Skink Priest, unless I'm mistaken. Let's just auto-resolve this. Let's face it, the Air Force would obliterate this, and they have absolutely no chance with their lack of anti-air. And we already know that Koal can defeat them. Auto-resolve, let's see what we have after this. A little bit of damage, but we should heal over that fairly nicely. And with that, we will occupy Magritta, and Morgur will be gone. And there's that missile resistance on Tic Tac too, which, let's face it, he does need. He's a fragile little guy, and I'd rather him not die. You two can stay together and then move to Montenas and Nuja at the same time. Chameleon. I guess the question for you is whether you move up there or you try to prevent a stack of Skaven moving in from Castle Carcassonne and down to Skavenblight. That said, I don't think a full stack even would be able to take Skavenblight away from us at the current time, so maybe we don't care. Chameleon could also potentially get ambushed. There may be a full stack at Montenas. You know what? Go into ambush yourself. Go right here. If a stack next turn jumps to Skavenblight, we can simply counter it with Chameleon moving in himself, and if it doesn't, well, we'll just keep moving up here and burninating the Skaven until they're all gone, and when they are, we'll send one of them to destroy or take the Galleon's graveyard for us, and the other one probably to help Mazda Mundi against the Cult of Pleasure, because he's gonna have a difficult time holding by himself. What the heck is this?
Relent now.
This is highly suspect. Why would you do this? And in March stance. Could there be an ambushing army right there? Is this bait? It's making me very nervous. But anyway, are you able to reach this place? Ah, no, you're just out of range. Well, that's a shame. Well, then, Gorok, you're gonna go into ambush right, I don't know, here, doesn't really matter. And, oh, I guess you... wait, maybe we can use you as bait. Go into Astromancy stance, go right... Ah, no, it's not far enough. Alright, fine, go into... Is this also not far enough? You can nearly reach the place, but you need to move forward. Alright, fine, go into March stance right here. And then you, Gorok, go right in front of Kylok. And then hopefully once they go for Kylok, you'll kill them, and then you'll...
My lady will not allow it.
You'll be able to take them out. There's a decent amount of enemies here, but honestly, I don't see them defeating Kroq-Gar. They might. Oh wow! Look at that, that giant pile of peasants. I suppose they could try to move upward towards Quitax, which might be an annoyance if we have to deal with it. But I guess we'll have to see. 2 more turns until Confederation is up as well. I don't know how likely or how possible it is that we can do anything about it. Anyway. And it looks like we won't be able to destroy these guys this turn, but that's okay. You are able to move to Xhotl rather. Go for it. Now, I guess the question is, do we risk the auto-resolve? Pyrrhic victory and medium casualties makes me kind of nervous, and the problem with this is that there could be a dozen Skaven armies that we can't see. Might have to do that manually as well. There's definitely going to be some manual army work soon. Kowal, you're getting closer and closer, and soon we'll be able to deliver your armies. Let's send you out near Star Tower. I'm almost tempted to land here, but what's the likelihood somebody can sail out and get us? I don't think it is possible. There's no army at Blood Swamps. No, I think you're safe. Just go here. Huh. Okay, no, just go, dude. Go right there. Alrighty, I guess for whatever reason the shortest path is like this rather than like this, and it really didn't want to do that, but whatever. Away you go, buddy. And you shall be transferring those troops shortly. Alright, now, Recruiter Locke, rather. First of all, another humble. We'll have to mill these guys again. Let's take out you. Out. And then we'll see about a better one, hopefully. A better Scarvet afterwards. Recruiter, you need more Temple Guard. I don't remember how many, but let's say 4 more. That'll put 9 Temple Guard for Mazdamundi. That should be sufficient, I would think, and then we'll get him some dinos and stuff in addition to that. And some heroes as well. Actually, just out of curiosity, do the Saurus Scarvets buff Temple Guard at all, or do they only buff Saurus? What does their buff say exactly? Alright, so Sacred Adornments, okay, no, not Spawn Leader. Yeah, this is Saurus and Temple Guard Infantry. This is specifically, it just says Saurus units, which is unclear as to whether it does anything for Temple Guard or not, but I guess we'll have to find out. Mazdamundi will be having lots of Temple Guard no matter what. Alrighty, next up. Let's see, what did I want to check? There was something important. Oh, right, Pyroxy, yes. So, Vlad, you are staying at Castle Drakenham. Now, we're not fully healed up, and... Alberic moved out of Fort Oberstar. We could give siege to the Drakenhof and see if they try to take us out in the field. Oh, we can't actually reach them in 1 turn. Huh. No. Wait, we can't reach them in 1 turn, but Vlad can reach us? Well, that's annoying. Fortunately, there's not a lot of corruption here. What we could do is go into ambush. And if it succeeds, well, that'll be just swell. Alright, ambush it is. And then if next turn it, Vlad tries to take Castle Drakenhof, great. If he moves to Fort Oberstein, we'll take Castle Templehof. If he ambushes, we'll die. I don't know what'll happen, but Pyroxy, just wait. Either way, you'll heal up, so, and there's benefit from it. Next up, we have 34,000 money to spend. I also want to double-check Diplo while we're here. Border Princes don't care, Etain don't care. Well, I do care, it's just that we can't do anything with you right now, and I believe that's it. Alrighty, fine. Fine. So, Kroq-Gar, well, you'll have your manual battles, but I think we'll save those for next time. Isoko, you You need to recruit stuff, but for now I think our money is already in a dire enough straits that we're going to ignore it. Pragio, you know what, let's just risk this. I'm gonna hope that it isn't a ambushing army nearby. Nope, this guy's just being stupid. Okay, great. Works for me. Free XP is free XP after all. We can't take Xhotl, unfortunately, because Cythera would just immediately come back and attack us. Ooh, Feral Ice Bears. How'd you get Feral Ice Bears in Lustria? Seems unlikely. Oh. Huh. I wonder, would you have been able to hit Chakwa? I didn't check. I might have been able to attack this with Kroq, or Gorok rather, at the same time. Oh well, not important. I'm sure he'll be able to find it next turn or next episode. You two. Tlashbog, well, I guess now you're still waiting. We'll attack the marks of the old ones as soon as Koal arrives to transfer you your units. It's not all your units, but it's units enough. You, I think, are gonna risk it, and you're gonna try to take the Great Halls of Greases for us. I'm actually shocked that these guys didn't take the Valley of Horns, and it's also a little bit annoying. Although on the other hand, if we take the Great Halls of Greases... Great Hall, rather. These guys are simply gonna go around like this. I don't think there's a point. You know what? Just sit here for now. This does nothing for us. Alright, just ignore it. Ignore it. All it'll do is draw the enemies closer. Are you able to reach this mysterious island? You're very close to it, but I think maybe... Oh, wait, you can actually go into march stance. Or full speed stance. Also, you definitely don't need an item, a relic sword. And go here. And we can do march stance because there's no battles at Mysterious Island, and then we'll go to the next one afterwards. Come on, something good, shiny boots and fresh recruits, and just a little bit of money. But I wouldn't turn down money anyway. And then you can go up to the next Mysterious Island next turn. Lovely. Next up, Selector. Who are you again? Oh, right. You are going to join Koal, and to Koal ye shall go. Alright, and we have to wait until you move to where you need to go, buddy. Alright, thank you, thank you. Next up, who do we have here? Hook the Arrogant. You are on the way as well. Oh, you've nearly landed. In fact, you could land at Tlax isn't a port. Alright, fine. Land at Poxmarsh then. That's fine. And I believe you were going to join... I think you were going to join Gorok. Honestly, there's several armies here, all of which could benefit from a healer. This army would benefit just as much. I'll think about which one. Honestly, we probably will want to get a Skink Oracle in either army or in both armies because, well, we still need dinos. You try Chakwa again, maybe don't fail this time. Hey, there you go. You didn't fail. You didn't level either, though. You'd think you'd level by one level considering you're only tier 4 or level 4, but... Oh well, you are gonna go back to Quetzal. Try not to die, please. We got 2 more turns until a success rate. Well, failure but no death, so I'll take that. And let's see, I believe that's it for what we really need to do. Pyakador, you're fine. You guys just stay here. You know, I'll figure out what to do with them next turn. I might, after all, summon those units if we have enough money remaining, though the problem is money and our need to prepare. We need to build walls as a priority for the endgame scenario. What would really be awful is if we found Kairos at the exact same time as the endgame scenario started, and then he started to annoy us. It's very possible. Anyway, I'm gonna call the episode here. Next time, since we've done all the movement, or pretty much all the movement, we'll complete what admin we have with the money we have, do these manual battles, which I just didn't feel like doing right now because they're going to be non-cinematic, because this is just destruction of all these forces, and then we'll start moving Kroq out towards Cathay, maybe loop around to kill Helman Gorst as well, though it would be nice to be able to take some of these territories as well. Yeah, we just don't have enough armies here. We'll need to try to get another one down here shortly as well. Though I'm not entirely sure where exactly we'd be recruiting it from. Maybe Nagashazar? No, wait, this thing will create the recruitment duration problem. Really, the only decent place to recruit it would be at Dread Rock or at the Dragon Isles, but of course this place doesn't have the Doesn't have the military infrastructure needed for it. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Calling it here. Next time we destroy the rest of these Blessed Dread units here, which should at least ease the burden off of the Cathians to some degree. We will, this time, end the turn and destroy the Bordelot Errant, and as well do a little bit more damage to the Vampire Coast, who are looking to be in pretty dire straits as well, with only 3 territories remaining and not much in the way of armies. So stay tuned for the destruction of all the rest of the enemies that threaten us in Lustria. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.